I'm Dylan Red. In this video, I wanted to take a moment and introduce myself, introduce the channel, tell you some of my goals for it. So I am starting this channel just as an aspiring writer. I want to be a novel writer, among other things. I'm working on my first novel. It's a sci-fi fantasy book. It's probably the best way I can categorize it. It involves magic and politics and prejudice and friendship and betrayal. As I've been writing it, I've been learning a lot about the writing process. I've been figuring out things that work well, things that don't work well. The writing process is hard. There's a lot of advice out there. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I hope my story will help propel you in your story writing journey to get to that finish line, to get to that last and final page, that last word, and then get that book out there in front of people. Story writing is such a vulnerable and scary process. It takes so much risk to sit down and think up a story and start creating characters, and how are these characters going to interact? Does my world make sense? Do my sentences make sense? How's my grammar? So many doubts, so many fears, and so much work before even the first word gets on the page. So we'll share that together. We'll go through that process together. I'll share my doubts, my fears, my mistakes, again, in hopes to inspire you as well. As I create videos, you'll hear a lot more about my doubts and fears, so I'm not going to go into that in this video. This is, again, just an introduction. One other thing I want to do with this channel is read the works of aspiring writers to give them a platform that hopefully they can use to get their name out there. So as my channel grows, hopefully I can help other writers grow as well. Because finishing a novel is hard, especially that first one, especially when you don't have that network behind you already to get that book out there. So I'm hoping I can be part of that network, a small part in getting that name out there. So from time to time, you'll see book reviews. It won't be that often. I'm not a fast reader. I read a lot for my current job as a therapist. I read just casually on my own, and so I don't know how consistent those will be right now, but I'm going to shoot for once or twice a month getting one of those out there, because reading and storytelling are amazing. They're works of the heart. They take so much dedication, self-exposure, facing doubts, facing fears, and just putting yourself out there in a way that not many other things do. So I'm hoping in supporting in that makes that step a little lighter, a little more fun, maybe something to look forward to rather than dread. One thing to note as I'm doing these reviews, I am not an English major. Honestly, I'm not that great at grammar. My spelling is terrible. So it's more just going to be, these are the things I liked about the story. These are the parts that I thought were slow or hard to get through. And they're just going to be my opinions. I'm not a huge romance person. I don't enjoy romance all that much. Even in books that I love. I don't know. It's not for me. So those kinds of books usually aren't going to appeal to me. Now I'll try to adjust my review in those cases to talk about what the highlights of what I think people would like in that. But I am also just going to say my opinion that, you know what, this is my thing, and I won't be reviewing very many of them because of that, because I don't think I'd give a very good review. The idea is to give a review on books, get the name out there, and that's the main piece of it. Is I want to support those new and up and coming writers and help them get a platform where hopefully they can get their name, get their book in front of readers. So to recap, welcome to the channel. Again, Write, Read, Read. Get ready to see some videos about my journey. They're not professional, as you can tell. I'm in my work office. I turned off the light because it was messing up the camera. I'm going to work on my setup to make it better and higher quality as we go along. But right now, this is just a hobby. This is a way to help me stay motivated in my writing. If it inspires people along the way, then great. I'm excited about that. So check back in to get some ideas on writing, learn from my mistakes, hear my story. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. as I create videos, you'll hear. As I create videos, you'll hear. Thank you.